it won't work on Twitch. And we're live! Today I have me in the side of Dan's pants.
That's the part people like most. So.
Yeah, okay, good. We are live. It's officially live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to yet another Q&A. Why? Because these are fun. Second reason is this makes you guys aware that we do Twitch immediately following these Q&As. You can find the link right on the screen right there and in the description down below. But me, Dan, and the other guy off screen right now that you can't hear, don't talk, we'll be at twitch.tv/eligiblemonster following this, probably playing Warframe. We may shift to Destiny, but most likely it will be Warframe. We just learned about that game. So the way that these Q&As work is quite simple. Dan is going to try his best to read the chat, which is already on slow mode because you guys are talking so quickly. He's going to try his best to read the chat. If you get missed, I do apologize. You can go join us on Twitch afterwards. We do continue to answer questions over there all day long. If you do a super chat, it does take priority, but I want to say once again, just like I do at the beginning of all of these, super chat is not required to talk to us. We will find your comment eventually, or we will try to at least, okay? I don't agree with the way super chat does things where you have to pay per letter. I don't agree with that. So, yeah, we will always answer the super chat because they took the time to pay, but we will be trying to read these comments like usual. All right. So, with that out of the way, I'm going to take the first one because it's on my screen and they're asking what color's my hair. Okay. It is purple. It is getting more and more noticeable as I wash it. I'm going to have to stop washing it soon.
Starting to become blue.
Yeah.
Starting to go full blue.
Blue is what I wanted, though, originally.
I know.
So that works.
You just need to wash it some more and you'll be good.
Yeah.
All right.
For those wondering about the hair color, the reason I dyed it was to celebrate. Oh, the camera's over here. Was to celebrate subs on Twitch. We hit our official goal of 150 at the time. We're way past that now. But the original goal was we'd all dye our hair. Dan dyed the front. You can really see it in this camera.
Yeah, you can actually really see it right now. The super pink. Okay, first up, who's your favorite DC character?
Red Hood! Favorite superhero actually is Green Lantern and The Flash. I kind of tied the two of them. I like Green Lantern because of the space opera, the space epic, the massiveness of it. But I like The Flash because it's one comic about one guy on his own journey. I keep looking over here and there's no... It's over there. I'm just staring at nothing. Look, I can see myself just staring at nothing.
Right, I'm like fully looking over here and... Alright, are you hyped for the Punisher?
I hope it's not Iron Fist. After Iron Fist and the Defenders, I'm not as hyped for the Punisher, but we'll see.
What's your general opinion regarding Berserk? What do you think makes it stand out from other manga?
The fact that it's no holds bar. That's the one I was telling you about, the horse penis. I like Berserk because it's insane, it's over the top. It seems like there's no real limits to the characters. They can all always achieve a higher limit, but not to the level of like Super Saiyans and stuff like that. They go to realistic levels. Like Guts is someone that you feel you could become yourself till he gets to Berserker armor. Then he's just whatever the hell's wrong with that guy. But and I feel like there's no rules. Things can just happen. And just like the horse demon going to rape the girl, just like that, you'll have moments of like 20 issues of just nothing but like soft and nice moments with Guts and Casca. No, you get them both is what I'm saying. You get things that are so extreme.
It's just the fact that you say it so casually. It's just like, you know. All right, Shazam versus Thor. Who would win?
Versus Thor? Shazam!
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
How old are you?
33, sadly.
33. What is your favorite version of The Flash?
Barry Allen. What did I order? Oh, Dan. Side note, this is the gun. I ordered a Diva gun charger that we saw in Cow Chop.
I just saw a super chat from Alloy Dude. What's up, dude?
What up, dude? Thank you. Hold on, I'm going to find this. They got to see this. This thing's insane. I want to show you and them.
We're going to take a brief moment, guys, for Benny to look at his phone. While you're doing that.
I can still answer questions.
DC or Marvel?
Honestly, I like them both pretty equally. It's depending who's telling the better story. Right now, I feel DC is. Marvel feels a little bit lost. There's no overarching plot going on. And DC has Rebirth and Metal, and I'm really enjoying that. And for those who are like, oh, you're a DC fanboy, no, when they did DCU, I hated them and read Marvel. Check this out. That is a phone charger.
That's pretty sweet.
This is basically a way to magnify it so you can see it.
Is it a phone charger or a power brick?
It's a power brick.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's
so
a
you take it around with you.
It's a power brick of Diva's gun.
That's pretty awesome.
I ordered that for Natalie, and honestly, I'm a Diva main, so I'd never intended to be. I always thought Reaper was cooler. Die, die, die. And then somewhere along the lines, I became Nerf Fist.
Happy Halloween.
That's what I mean. One extreme to the other. It was like...
What do you think of the Power Rangers Boom comics?
Love them. I think they're amazing. I can't wait for the next big saga to start up, because right now they're doing some filler stuff. I'm not really liking that too much.
Guts versus Batman, fight to the death. Who
Guts, because Guts never quits. He doesn't, and he's got a giant sword. Batman would dodge and maneuver, but Guts is taking on stronger opponents than Batman.
Flash or Quicksilver?
Click the bottom of this so I can also watch them.
Oops, sorry.
That way it keeps scrolling. Flash or Quicksilver? Flash is faster. Flash can outrun death. Quicksilver does have a cap to his speed, as we've seen when he's blown out his limbs, or he's not been able to run the world fast enough, that kind of a thing.
Will you do a story about the Ultimate Iron Man where he had regeneration?
Regeneration?
I didn't know of that.
Oh, you didn't know. That was weird. If you keep trying to scroll up, you're gonna miss them. What we typically do is just look over there when we answer a question and get the next one.
Yeah, I try and keep track, and then I use this one to keep track of the.
Okay, as long as you have a system to it. I'm just saying, because I saw you scrolled way up. I'm like, we are never gonna catch up at that rate.
I have a huge system. Matthew Nesmith, thank you for the $2. Can you do the Adventures of Evil and Malice?
I'll look into it. I have no idea what it is. I've never heard of that.
EJ25, thanks for the $2. Hey, big fan, can you do Marvel's Hit Monkey?
Sadly, I probably won't. I don't know anything about him outside of his appearances on Deadpool, and Deadpool ranting that he got beaten by a monkey. He's literally a monkey that can talk and have guns. I think he can talk. He's Hit Monkey.
Oh, man. That's awesome. How old is Dawnbreaker in the DC Metal? Do you know?
I would assume, like, probably only 3 years older than he was when his parents died. Which was what, like 12? 10, yeah. Depending on the story? He's younger. I don't think he's over 18. Let's just go with that.
Okay. Batman or Superman? Yes, it's men or men, not man.
Batman.
Batman. Black Panther versus Batman.
Still Batman. Batman wins because he has plot armor and writers who love him. Black Panther does not.
Who's your favorite supervillain?
Reverse Flash. I like Reverse Flash. The problem I have with Reverse Flash is his plans are really not good. Reverse Flash's plans are always like, I'm here to mess with you.
Yeah, right?
So I honestly like the Joker more because his are a little more elaborate. Like, I'm going to copyright smiling fish. That's true, though.
Phantom X versus Deathstroke.
Who's Phantom X?
Phantom X.
Oh, Phantom. Like, okay, yeah.
Like the X-Men?
Ooh. Phantom X is kind of like Taskmaster in that he can kind of just do things.
Yeah.
I'd have to give it to Phantom X. Unless Deathstroke had time to learn his moves. Then Deathstroke could beat him.
Yeah, if he knew who Phantom X was,
exactly.
He probably
would. But if they just met up, I think Phantom X would win.
Ross the Gutterman, thank you for the $2. Thoughts on the new Spawn movie said to be coming?
I don't really care either way. I was never a huge Spawn fan. My brother was. I was never big into Spawn. So it's not a big deal for me.
Do you watch anime?
The mainstream. I watch Attack on Titan, Dragon Ball Super, things like that.
Who do you think is the worst X-Man?
What's that guy that can, like, hack? Cypher. He can hack anything.
You think that one's bad?
Or he can, like, translate everything.
Oh, yeah, he knows all languages.
Yeah,
yep.
I
remember that one. Really not the guy that can explode once and then not...
No, it's kind of a cool power. If used properly, he's effective.
Alloy Dude, thank you for the $5. Hey, I love rice, especially jasmine rice. Can you tell me if...
I like jasmine rice too, in all honesty.
Can you tell me if Bart Allen beat Superboy Prime when he absorbed all of the Speed Force?
No, he did not. Superboy Prime is currently locked in the Source Wall. Then I think he's been forgotten.
Spider-Man or Iron Man?
Spider-Man.
Oh, I saw one earlier. What was the first comic book you ever read?
Superman, time and time again. It was Superman going through... I was a kid, but going through time fighting dinosaurs. I look back on it. I think there's more to it now, but it's a good way to describe it, isn't it?
Austin Well, thanks for the $5. Would you do the first issues of iconic issues of comics such as Action Comics 1, or even the first appearances of characters?
We've tried them. They're not as popular as you would think. But that reminds me. Check out this. Where's the collectibles?
So Benny just ran off to try and find something that he has no idea where it is. So I will start kind of... Oh my gosh.
Oh, I found it.
He found it. He's found it, guys. Don't worry. He's coming back. He's coming back.
I have this in my collection. The first appearance of Deadpool, signed by Robert Liefeld.
Damn it, it's a 9.4.
Yes.
Okay, that is actually pretty cool.
And this is not even like I bought it like this. I actually went and got the issue before Deadpool was popular, found the issue for $20, then sealed it up myself, had CGC crack the sealing, went to a comic book convention, got Rob Liefeld to sign it, resealed it.
That's impressive. I'm very okay with the fact that you just had to run off to go and find that, because that's pretty sweet. So we had 2 super chats. Chris McClam asks, have they explained how Batman Metal and the Rebirth series mesh together yet?
No, not yet, but there are issues of each of the superheroes showing them going to the Metal event. So it's showing them meshing together that way.
Adam Key, Deathstroke versus Taskmaster.
Once again, I think Deathstroke would win if he had preparation, but I think Taskmaster would win by default.
Andy Sorif, thank you for the super chat. Have you guys read the new Iceman comic?
I'm not an overall fan of the X-Men in general. I've never said I was. Dan and Jason over at the comic book store locally, they're the big fans. They wrote a lot of that stuff we did back in the day. So I've not really been following any of the current X-Men stuff. Definitely not following Inhumans either, because they're just like a poor man's X-Men. And if you don't like the X-Men, why are you going to read the poor man's X-Men?
Yeah, right.
I did see another comment in there that I wanted to question. Someone said, why are we doing this? Because honestly, guys, I love building up this community, chatting with you guys, talking about comic books, giving you guys answers, you asking me things, teaching me stuff that I don't know. And we're trying to build up this community so that you can go to our Discord, which I can't even put a link in here because the stream deck doesn't work for this one. But you can also join us on Twitch at twitch.tv/eligiblemonster, where we play video games, talk about comic books, talk about video games every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and even tomorrow we're going to be doing a Destiny huge stream for leveling. But that's why we're doing this, to kind of build the community, bring everyone together, help you guys, you talk to us, just kind of do it this way. That's what we're doing.
I saw one comment, do you have to pay to get your questions answered? No, you do not. I do try and grab all of them to ask all of them, but since people do sometimes donate, we try to give them priority, but then I do go back to the list and try and ask as many questions as I can.
That's simply it. If you're going to pay, we're going to prioritize that question, but we are grabbing any question that we can. It's rather difficult, guys. There's 620 people watching right now with 48 messages going by a minute. So keep that in mind if we don't catch your question.
Yeah.
I saw a bunch of super chats go by. Can you explain the 10-year gap in DC Rebirth? I think the explanation is just to give them a plot point. I think that's all it was. Yeah. I don't think it actually means very much, because 10 years does not equate to half the stuff that's missing. David, thank you for the $10 and just for giving us $10. Alloy Dude, when you eat sushi, do you use chopsticks or your hand? Because I saw some people at a sushi restaurant using hands to eat sushi. I use chopsticks. I use my hands, but that's because Daniel vouch, I fail horribly with chopsticks.
It's hilarious. We should make a video of him trying, because it is
Doesn't
hilarious
work,
to
and
watch.
I get very irritated, and Natalie's over there with rice. I'm like, how?
What do you think of the new Mutants movie, EJ25 says?
We'll see. I mean, the X-Men movies have been cool. I don't mind those. We'll see. And have I heard of Warhammer 40K? What about the Justice League in that universe and the characters of 40K invading their universe? I've heard of Warhammer 40K. I don't know anything about it outside of me attempting to play it once and getting bored. That's really pretty much how pretty much all that happened.
Are you a fan of Ben Affleck being Batman?
Yes, I like Ben Affleck being Batman. Read their name with it too. So
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I am a fan of that. I want to answer Respawn Gaming's. Are you doing more Assassin's Creed? Friday. We're going to be doing the conclusion to that trilogy, and we're going to be promoting that I'll be playing it on Twitch that evening, going through Origins. It's downloaded on my PlayStation already.
Ashtray asks, can you and Rob do a collab series where you pick one hero from DC and one from Marvel and pin them together in a versus? Oh, we kind of did that.
Yeah, we kind of did that. We tried that for a little while. I'm trying not to just recreate series that other people are doing on YouTube. That's why we do the R&BE for our list now, so that it's not just another list show that everyone else does on YouTube. Same thing with our verses. We tried to do it a little more elaborate, a little more difficult for us to do that, which is why we haven't done more of them. But these are the reasons why I don't just do what other channels are doing. Our channel is successful, so I don't see a reason to take the same thing. I like to reinvent the wheel.
Ash Kenabusti, thank you for the $5. Loved your panel at the NYCC, #1 panel this year. Are you going to do more cons in the future? Also, thanks for staying to talk and take photos. It made my con.
Oh, thank you so much, Ashken. I'm so glad you can make it out there. We are going to slow down on the cons. Right now, the discussion is the ones I can almost guarantee we're going to go to. We're going to do the one in Seattle, Emerald City Comic Con probably, because we have ties with Repop. We'll probably do PAX East, and then we'll probably do PAX Prime, and then New York Comic Con. And that's pretty much all we're going to do this year. Oh, I'm going to something, KatsuCon or something? They invited me to that one, so.
For Actually That's Wrong, we got a high five.
Woo! For what's wrong?
I don't know. That's the guy's name.
Oh!
Joey Troyer asks, Ninjak versus Nightwing. Who do you think would win?
Nightwing, because I'm a fanboy.
Jalen Lewinson asks, Darkseid versus Thanos.
Darkseid versus Thanos?
Yeah.
If Thanos has the Infinity Gauntlet, Thanos. If he doesn't, Darkseid. I mean, that's pretty much what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Have you seen Thanos without his power, like, scaling going crazy? It's because he's not that strong. I mean, he's strong, but he's not, like, God level.
No. Joseph Feltz, thank you for the donation. Would you rather make your internet browsing history for the last 12 months accessible to anyone for a year, or give up the internet for a year?
That's a tough one. Immediately my mind goes to things I don't want people to know that I've seen.
What did I look up this year?
Yeah, no, I will let my browsing history go live for the next year. Just getting that ready at the same time.
Oh, I was like, are you about to pull up your browsing history
Yeah.
for us to look
Let's
at?
have a look, Dan, shall we?
How do I like... Jason asks me, how do you like giant floating eyeballs, Dan? Oh my gosh. If you're referring to...
the Evil Within stream?
Oh my god.
We're probably
no.
not going to be continuing that one, guys, until this weekend coming up because of the fact that it's Halloween and we really need a breather on Wednesday, Thursday. We're doing so much right now.
Yeah.
What do I think of Goku Black? He's the coolest thing ever! I like him better than, was it Ultra Instinct? I don't like Ultra Instinct.
Vaz team, Dr. Stream versus... Dr. Stream.
Dr. Stream!
Doctor Strange versus Dr. Fate.
Dr. Fate. He has fate. Actually, depending on which version of Doctor Strange, because right before they nerfed him again, Doctor Strange could, like, warp reality on a whim. So probably that version. But the new version is only using artifacts again because they're trying to match up the movie, and he's kind of weak. So.
This is one of my favorite comments. So it's written by Logan Howlett. If I regenerate with such a high healing factor, how do I keep my mutton chops without growing a beard?
That is a good question.
Just every morning. Farhan Hassan asks, favorite supervillain in anime?
Oh. Does Katsuki count in My Hero Academia? Bakugan?
I would say so.
Can we count him? If not, I'll go with, what was his name? Stain? The villain? The one that could touch their blood and freeze them?
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. Was it Stain?
I think it was Stain.
Okay.
I want to say it was Stain, at least. EJ25, thank you. Wildcat versus Daredevil.
Well, I don't know anything about Wildcat, so I'm starting with Daredevil on this one. I just know he's an old guy that trained like classic Justice League.
Derping Tauros. How does Mojo charge his ring? Or Mojo.
Well, I'd assume since the battery is on him, that's how it happens now. Pre the battery being on him, I have no earthly idea.
Ooh, Alban Bakiri asks, Hulk versus The Flash. Who would win?
Hulk versus the Flash?
What are you doing?
Like some kind of war.
But
you can see it.
Okay. Wolfay Mods
Yeah,
asks,
I mean, I love the Flash, guys, but the Flash would not deal it. I think what would end up happening is the Flash would get tired out and the Hulk would just be like, you need a human.
Yeah.
Like, it would probably just be like that. The Flash is doing 1,000 laps and the Hulk just being like, annoyed! But the Flash would never deal damage. He would never take out the Hulk, is what I think.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
Yeah, I think the Hulk would just outlast him.
Well, I could see him doing like a vortex and sucking the air out of the Hulk so he couldn't breathe and suffocates.
And other than that, infinite mass punch.
But yeah.
But I think the Hulk could even take that.
He would just stomp on the ground and
That's what I mean. Like, I think even the Hulk could take the infinite mass punch.
I saw one I almost asked. Zatanna versus Raven. Who do you think would win?
Ooh. I'm going to go with Zatanna only because, have you seen the way they're doing the reverse magic lately? It is so overpowered. Oh, yeah. She says anything in reverse, and it happens.
Hell yeah. Comic Girl asks, who is your favorite Green Lantern?
Hal Jordan. I like the classics. Barry Allen, Hal Jordan, Bruce Wayne. Not this other Bruce Wayne.
Follow up on that, Mr. Autobot asks, what's your favorite lantern color?
Red. Really should just buy that lantern, put it somewhere.
Yeah, you really should. Just have a nightlight in your room. Have it be a red lantern.
Oh, are there lantern nightlights? They're gonna be all over the house. Dan, just go to the red lantern nightlight. Take a left at the yellow lantern nightlight. I'll meet you at the Star Sapphires.
Oh my gosh. ZMBY Minds asks C-137 Rick versus Goku.
Oh no, Rick would crush Goku.
Oh my gosh, that would be.
I don't care what Goku could do. Rick would crush him.
That would be one. My own personal question: C-137 Rick versus Dr. Manhattan.
Still Rick.
Caboose asks, "What's the best evil Batman?"
I like Dawnbreaker the most right now. I mean, I saw a question asking if I read Birthright. I fell off on that one, but I'm up to like volume 4 of it, and then I haven't read since then.
EJ.
Red Hood. Red Hood. Just Red Hood. I have a Red Hood tattoo. I do not have a Winter Soldier tattoo.
What do you think about Batman marrying Catwoman? Do you think it will last as long as Clark and Lois, or do you think it will get called off?
I like the idea of it. Tom King said that his plan is to make it run 100 issues. Now, that could mean he ends it on a happy note and the next writer takes over and ends it, or it could mean he's going to end it. We don't know. But he said it's supposed to go 100 issues.
The Vaz team asks, what about Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet versus Kyle Rayner the White Lantern?
Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet. Because he can snap his fingers and shit can happen. Kyle Rayner still was learning it when we last saw him. Now, if you're talking Space Jesus from Future's End version of Kyle Rayner, then he could probably win. And that's a good question people like to ask. Can Deadpool teleport? No. Deadpool cannot. The reason they give him teleports is there is a very brief moment in his comic history where he got a teleporting belt. So anytime the comics, movies, and video games needed an excuse for Deadpool to teleport, they used the teleporting belt.
Wait. Was that the body slip thing? Oh, no, that's Cable. Never mind.
That's Cable, yeah. Body slide.
Body slide.
I don't know why he calls it. It sounds so weird. Dan, I'm going to body slide out of here. And you're just like, what does that mean?
Oh, my God.
Did you see what's going on right now with Deadpool? He had to go kill Cable. Failed. But tore off Cable's arm. Cable warped away because of the police arresting him. So he attached the arm to his spot. And now he's going to go travel through time with Cable's arm.
Oh, my gosh.
That's the latest issue.
Incredibly Stoned Gaming. Because of your name, I have to ask your question. Eobard Thawne versus Kang the Conqueror.
They both just fuck with time to fuck with people. That's literally what they do.
Yeah.
I would go with Kang. Not that Eobard's not powerful, but Kang calculates how he's messing with the timeline. Eobard Thawne has a tendency to just kind of do it.
Austin Welts asks, I dare you to rip one of Rob's favorite comic books in front of him. It should be one that you're meh about. I want to see him rage. You are infamous for ripping them after all.
I did it once! Did it once!
And now you're infamous because of it.
You remember that episode?
I do.
I tore the Green Arrow?
Because you mistakenly did it, and then you were like, screw it!
Yeah. I ripped it by mistake, and I just ripped it in half.
Go big or go home.
Houston, order pizza!
Ooh, yeah.
Give me your card.
Houston, go upstairs and get my card!
What about the X-Men Origins when Deadpool can teleport? Was that with the belt?
Which one was it?
Oh, no, that was during the movie. No, that was completely different.
That's not Deadpool. Yeah, that was...
That was them putting Nightcrawler into Deadpool.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
It was... No, that was stupid.
If you look back at it, even in the current Deadpool movies, they joke about that wasn't Deadpool. That was like a fake Deadpool.
I'm not sure if I can ask
we're not doing the Mary F. kills on this channel, Wiley. We can give you the answer on Twitch. I'll answer this one real fast because you did do it as a thing.
Daughter of the Bat, the Drowned. I don't know who that is.
Grail, that is Daughter of Darkseid.
Yeah, the one with that.
Yeah. Mary, the Daughter of the Bat, Kill the Drowned, and Mary Grail. There you go.
Miss Bubbles, best comic book.
But we're not anybody else who does that, even if it's a super chat, we're not doing it here. We do that on our Twitch channel though, twitch.tv/eligiblemonster. Today we're gonna be playing Warframe, me, Dan, and Houston. It'll be going live immediately following this, and we'll be answering questions for like another 5 hours or so probably. Yeah. So if you want to join us and ask more adult questions, that's where you can do that. And no, you don't have to pay over there either.
Miss Bubble asks, what is the best comic book character retcon, and what is the worst comic book character retcon?
That's a tough one. That's like I gotta think about that for a second. Best comic book retcon. I'd say the worst comic book retcon was retconning the Injustice comics. Because that made no sense. There's no reason behind it.
In which one?
The game retconned the first year.
Oh, yeah.
With who killed Alfred and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Which is pointless. The best retcon... You know, I'm going to go with the current one for Hawkman. Because they cleaned up his origin. The dude had like 3 and it made no sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually
They cleaned
really
him
like
up
that too.
hardcore. And it was like, oh, he's actually a hero you can get behind now. And thank you, Timothy Shook.
Yeah, thanks, man. What superhero nerd rage asks, what is your favorite Marvel superhero film?
Ant-Man. I like the heist film with Ant-Man.
That was actually really
I like
good.
that one.
Flash from the Justice League versus Flash from the Arrowverse.
Well, Flash from the Justice League went so fast that he fell into the Speed Force. Arrowverse hasn't done that yet, so he loses. He did! Justice League... Oh, and we were talking the cartoon or the current... Either one! He's super fast.
Either one.
In the cartoon, though, he ran around the world so many times that he could infinite mass punch Brainiac / Lex Luthor and fell into the Speed Force.
Flash is so cool.
Yeah, he is!
Do you even lift, bro?
Yes, I do. 2 months since I posted on the Benny Potter channel. Yes, we are going to continue Gotham City Garage. 2, I am going to start posting on that channel again. When I post on that channel, it's not monetized or anything. I just post my thoughts on things. So if I don't have anything to really think about or I want to discuss that wouldn't fit on Comicstorian or the gaming channel, that's where it ends up. Ever since September, we've been traveling so much and focusing on the Twitch thing, twitch.tv/eligible monster, where you can find me, Dan, and Houston playing Warframe after this and ask questions. But we've been so focused on getting these things up, my mindset has only been comic books and video games for the last month and a half. And because of that, I've had nothing else to think about to put on that channel. We're fixing our schedule though. We're doing a lot more of our skits again. We're starting to get things like the vlogs up and rolling. We're trying to work it out.
Timothy Shook asks, are you going to have a booth at Katsucon? I'd like to get a group together to talk about metal.
I don't know, but if that's something you want me to do, because they only asked if I wanted to go and I agreed. So I don't know anything else beyond that right now. But shoot me an email if you want to try and get something going over there and we can try to arrange it, because I don't know anything at the moment. Email's comicstorian@gmail.com.
The OK channel in 2033-34, Batman hits the public domain. Thoughts?
It'll never happen. The reason why Disney keeps changing laws so that they can keep Mickey Mouse, those laws are going to affect Batman and they'll keep changing it.
Yeah, I could see that.
Disney is so powerful they can get the laws changed on copyright, guys. Mickey Mouse should have gone public domain in the 60s or the 70s. He's so old. They keep changing copyright laws so they can keep him.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, if Disney doesn't do it and it affects Batman, WB will do something.
I saw a question earlier, didn't see who asked it, but they were asking, who is Houston and where did he come from?
Houston is a little boy that Dan and I found on the side of the street one day. He was suffering from malnutrition due to lack of comic book knowledge. So we decided to bring him to our office and teach him in the ways of the comic book. This eventually led to Houston discovering he just needed glasses so that he could see what he was doing and that he looked better with blonde hair. We then brought him into the fold and taught him how to edit videos and showed him what a comic book is and how good his life could be if he wasn't waking up at 4 a.m. to go cook and live on the street.
Dude, that was one hell of a
You want to comment on your origin?
I think that was a pretty good origin story. I don't know about you.
What do you think about your new origin?
Where am I ordering pizza from?
Garlic Jim's.
Garlic Jim's.
Okay, and that's a great order. What kind of pizza?
We did their pepperoni with spicy sausage last time, and it was delicious.
Find something that Natalie will eat also.
Heart.
Mopey said that the info at the bottom of the screen is still yesterday's, apparently. Just so you know.
The what?
Oh,
it says Overwatch and Evil Within. Good call, Mopey. Let me fix that.
Good old Mopes.
My bad on that one. We are still doing the Twitch thing afterwards. Twitch.tv/eligiblemonster. We're playing Warframe today, though, because we did Overwatch and Evil Within yesterday, and then tomorrow's Destiny.
Tomorrow's going to be enormously Destiny.
I don't think it'll be that long.
I think you're underestimating.
I think we can do it in 6 hours at this point.
Well, I guess we'll find out.
I'm thinking 6 to 8 hours. I'm thinking it'd just be a normalish stream. That's what I'm thinking.
Um,
And we're doing weekly poll on top of that, guys. So make sure you come to the stream and check out the weekly poll tomorrow as well.
Axel TV asks, how do you think metal will end?
I have no idea. We just discovered, I can't spoil anything, but just the recent discoveries, it's not going well, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen.
I think that's actually the best part about it, is you can't really have any idea what's going to happen.
It's so out there. It was funny because I think it was Diversity in Comics made the comment, it felt like a stoner's dream. And I'm like, that's why I like it.
Miss Bubbles, what character do you think has the most confusing and convoluted backstory?
Hawkman.
Houston.
Sorry. The original Hawkman. So the original Hawkman was invented in one direction, and I believe that one was, he was like an archaeologist. Then they reinvented him as an alien. And then they reinvented him to be an archaeologist. He found the alien technology, and then he reincarnates. And then it just got confusing and worse, to the point where the writers didn't even know what the deal with Hawkman was. You can look it up. When DC was relaunching him multiple times, they didn't know what to do with him because his history got so convoluted.
Yeah, it is pretty intense. That's for sure.
I think Barbados is the real baddie of metal and not someone else. I've heard a lot of theories going around that somebody thinks that it's I think it was you that said it, the Batman who laughs is manipulating everyone.
Yeah.
I don't think that's it.
Negative Flash versus any other Flash, Static asks.
I don't know. We haven't seen how fast Negative Flash can go. He destroys everything he gets near.
Well, in theory, he would just destroy the other Flashes.
Vaz, you don't have to do anything to join the team because we don't really bring any official members in. But if you want to join the Monster Squad, our Twitch team, and we discuss comic books all day, go on over to twitch.tv/monster. I'm getting this plug thing down, man.
Yeah, you got this. You got this. Nola Iselis, favorite Marvel female?
Marvel female? Who's on the wall? Does Dr. Aphra count? I think that's the only Marvel female. Oh, Gwenpool.
I was going to say, yeah.
Gwenpool. Dr. Aphra from Star Wars counts, though, I think. She's technically Marvel. It says Marvel in the corner.
What do you think of the Flash Wars?
I think it's a cool idea. I hope it's an actual war, and it's not just Barry versus Wally, and they're like, it's a war!
Yeah. Mr. Autobot says, Benny, can I just say that you're awesome? I love your channel. This is where I get most of my comic book knowledge since they can't buy it.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah,
that's the point of the channel.
Are you going to go back to Spawn?
I really have no plans on it. The audience reaction to Spawn was make it gritty and dark and moody and basically what won't fit on this channel. So I'm just not going to do it.
Calamatory asks, is there an Earth Zero Flash comic and will you do it on the channel?
I don't think so. Earth Zero? Earth Zero is the main world. Are you talking Earth 1?
I think he's thinking Earth
because
1.
If it's Earth 1, they've delayed that. It's supposed to be coming out, but it hasn't come out yet. So...
Chris Johnson asks, what's your favorite game and why?
That rotates between my mood at the moment. I would say that probably the longest running game that I've been attached to has been the Final Fantasy MMO series, so 11 to 14. Mm-hmm. I've played that off and on since 11 came out in 2001. And just, I've always enjoyed the game. I've always enjoyed the grind, the lore, and I met my wife through it, so.
Vigilant Slayer has asked, did Tim Drake ever take up the role of Nightwing?
No, no one as far as I know has taken up the role of Nightwing permanently. They've stood in for him before, but that's it.
Excluding Damian in Injustice.
Did he do it? Well,
because technically he's
Nightwing. I guess.
But yeah.
They still call him Damian.
Yeah. That's their roundabout.
What do I think will happen to the Knights of Metal once it's over? Is Barbados just another name for Bruce? I think it's another Bruce. The Knights, afterwards, we were discussing this. I think most of them are going to be defeated and gone. Right now, I'm feeling like Red Death might be redeemable, and that's going to be like a way to turn it around, maybe make him into a good guy, but we'll see.
There's 2 in a row of who is your favorite Batman and
Bruce
who
Wayne?
is your favorite Lantern?
Hal Jordan.
Comicstorian versus Eligible Monster.
Put your hands together, my friend.
Benny, what's the deal with the Martian Manhunter?
No one knows. Remember that commercial back in the day with the owl? How many licks does it take to get to the center of the Tootsie Roll Pop? And then they go, the world may never know. That's where we are with Martian Manhunter. What'd you order?
Yeah.
Oh.
You get Natalie's.
Oh, what you want?
She wants the chicken bites.
Okay, cool.
Have you ever watched Ruby? What's your opinion on it? If you haven't, then you should.
I've seen the first couple of seasons of Ruby. I enjoyed it, but I don't have time to keep up with most shows at this point. So shows are like not my priority at all. I do comic books and video games. So TV shows normally get pushed to the wayside. I watch them when I go to bed. And normally half the time I'm playing Switch while doing that.
Akuma versus Iron Fist.
Iron Fist. Wait, Akuma. Wait, Iron Fist. Wait, Iron Akuma.
Iron Akuma. Nightwing versus Red Hood.
Red Hood. shoot. No, actually, I want to say that, but Dick Grayson's beaten Jason Todd so many times.
Right.
Like multiple times he has beaten Jason Todd. This isn't like it was a fluke.
Right.
What are you using?
Which card?
Oh, mine? Yeah, that's fine. What other pizza options are there? Just because we didn't look really.
They're the only delivery one I know of. Around.
No. I'm saying, like, what other pizzas do they have?
Triple pepperoni smackdown.
That was the one we got.
Yeah.
That's the one you got?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you got the Sicilian.
Oh no, we got the triple
which
pepperoni
is
smackdown.
Salami, pepperoni, and spicy Italian sausage.
You want to try that? Not a fan of salami? No. Okay. What else? We got the triple pepperoni and you put sausage on it. That's what we did.
Gourmet
Yeah.
Hawaiian.
No.
Yes. Hawaiian pizza's a genius.
Southwestern chicken.
sounds good.
K316 gave $2 to ask, who's your favorite Robin and why?
Damian Wayne. And the reason for that is quite simple. I feel Damian Wayne is the best Robin because I feel Dick Grayson's a better Nightwing. I feel Jason Todd's a better Red Hood. Besides, as Robin, he died. I mean, you can't do any worse than that. And Tim Drake makes a better Red Robin. I'm not wrong, right?
Well, technically Damien died.
But he came back as Robin. Jason's like, I died as Robin. Let me come back as Red Hood and shoot people.
He came back as like Super Robin for like an issue or two. Molecule Man or Dr. Manhattan, who has more power?
Oh, Dr. Manhattan, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. Molecule Man's like the goddamn orb. He's a worthless character that they then kind of retconned into he's all powerful. They did that with the orb. It's like, who the hell is the orb? It's a guy with an eyeball for a head. What?
I didn't realize that was an actual person. I was picturing an orb.
No. In Original Sin, the orb is a guy with an eyeball for a head. And they gave him like omnipotent, whatever, like crazy powers.
Oh my god.
And Molecule Man's the same way. He was like a lame villain that they're like, well, actually, he's the key to everything. You're like, what?
14 or 16 inch.
16.
The biggest they've got. Amadeus Cho or Bruce Banner as the Hulk?
Oh, definitely Bruce Banner. I don't mind Amadeus Cho, but the longer he's around, the more I'm disliking him. Because he's not doing anything.
Did you prefer Tim Drake as Robin or Red Robin?
Red Robin. Because then he leads the Teen Titans and all those other groups. So.
Are you going to go back to Wayward anytime soon?
We probably will eventually. It's a weird one because it really doesn't fit with normal Western comics. But we'll probably do it again. And Mopey versus Houston, fight to the death. Houston would kick your ass. Skinny little British kid. When Houston gets into a fight for the death, he gets scrappy.
Do you like the Joker Jack Napier name in The White Knight or any other
I'm
name?
okay with it. If you read the interview, they decided to go. The writer asked if he could do that, and that pretty much puts it into a form of continuity that matches it with the 1989 movies. So it doesn't. But what I like about that, them using that name, one, we know the main continuity Joker is not Jack Napier, so giving him that name, we know right off the bat, separate continuity. Because White Knight in the main continuity, that'd be rough. Have you read White Knight yet?
I haven't.
Oh yeah, no, it'd be rough.
Are you hyped for Young Justice season 3?
Who isn't hyped for Young? You're not hyped for Young Justice.
Oh, I'm super
No,
hyped.
you don't. You don't Dan hated
I
it.
hated it. Worst show ever.
He likes Teen Titans Go.
But that is like the best show in existence. It's opposite day, right?
Yeah, no, it is opposite day. I was like, you might want to redeem yourself.
I know, trust me. Trust me there, no. Do you like Samurai Jack? If so, what did you think of season 5's
I've
ending?
never gotten into Samurai Jack. It looks cool. I just never got around to doing it. Like I said, TV shows and me don't normally mix well.
EG25, thanks for the $5. Iron Fist versus Daredevil, and Netflix Defenders don't count.
Okay, if you're talking comic books, I'm a huge fan of Iron Fist Classic. Not this new one. I like classic Iron Fist. Daredevil, I've never been a huge fan of. I've read some of his books. I like some of the classics like Yellow, but I've never been like such a fan that I read it concurrently. Iron Fist, I have been until recently. So, because the new freaking version of Iron Fist is trying to match the goddamn show. Oh, by the way, have I let you know? I'm Danny Rand, the immortal Iron Fist.
Oh my god. Do you think Kid Flash could beat Flash?
No. No.
Well, all right then. Who's your favorite villain in the CW's Flash so far?
Zoom.
Zoom?
I liked Zoom.
Static Shock versus Electro.
Static Electro? I don't know enough about either one of those to be able to gauge that one.
Who do you think will be added to the Young Justice team?
Oh, what sidekicks haven't we had? I know they're bringing back Artemis. She's not even real. She's not. She was made for the show, and now they've like slowly wrapped her in.
I wonder if they'll create a new one then.
Maybe, because Artemis was based off of a character named Mia. But she wasn't. Artemis herself didn't exist in the comics until recently.
And that version of Aqualad didn't exist until that show, I think.
I think Jackson like existed, but was never used.
Oh, okay.
Got kind of a thing. I'm pretty sure he existed ahead of time, though. I'm not. If I'm wrong, I apologize. I've never really followed Jackson Aqualad.
What? Oh, sorry. Tyler Burchett asks, will you cover the Justice League and the Power Rangers crossover?
Yes, we're doing 2 Justice League videos on the day the movie comes out. Dan's doing one, Houston's doing another. Houston got the Power Ranger one, because Dan doesn't follow Power Rangers like me and Houston do.
I do not.
Go, go, Power Rangers! Houston, it's Morphin time!
Mike Irish, thank you for the $1. OGC asks, what do you think of DC's New Age of Heroes imprint, or imprint?
I don't know anything about that. Is there another imprint? I mean, I know they've been doing a lot of imprints lately. Vertigo, Young Animal, and they're all kind of wrapped up in the same universe.
Okay. Deathstroke versus Deadpool.
Deadpool.
Ragnarok Ulfbert, thank you for the $2. What is the greatest twist or betrayal that you know?
In comics, the best one was Tara. They built up for the Judas contract because Tara wasn't she showed up and betrayed them. Tara was in the Teen Titans for like a year, and then flipped the switch on that one.
That was actually really good.
And she was like 15 sleeping with Deathstroke. What's wrong with him?
Yeah, Blake Russell, thank you for the $2. When will the 3 Jokers plot point be used?
I don't know. Okay, so we got to the end of I Am Bane, and I read something from Tom King. He's like, that's coming next. And I'm like, yes, we're doing 3 Jokers. And then we did War of Jokes and Riddles, which I thought would be the 3 Jokers because the name matches up. And Sal from the Weekly Poll in Comic Pop told me, he's like, no, he said he's going to do it after War of Jokes and Riddles. I'm like, okay, fine. We're doing it after Jokes and Riddles. Whatever, the stupid story turned out to be like 8 issues long, but whatever, we're done with it, right?
Yeah.
And now we have the rules of engagement. Like, that's not a Joker thing, it's a Catwoman thing. Where's the Jokers? I hit that table hard.
Yeah, these are strong. They're very solid, Benny. King of Lesbian, thank you for the $1.
Nice.
Ryan Radford for the $2. Which TMNT show is the best?
I like the classic one, but the more recent action-oriented ones were pretty cool. I just think I was too old for them at that point, so...
Alloy Dude, thanks for the $5. What do you think is the Flash Barry Allen's favorite food? Mine is chicken nuggets with jasmine rice.
What I think the Barry Allen, I think he said it at one point. No, he said he eats everything.
Yeah.
He's never had a favorite. I would say burgers and pizza probably. And my favorite food, beef Wellington cooked by Houston. Actually, I'm a huge fan of pizza, and the problem is Natalie doesn't like pizza. So I don't get to have pizza very often. I know yours is pizza. I know it's pizza.
Pizza and burgers.
Dan eats pizza of every format.
No.
If you say calzone, I'm going to tell you it's just a pizza.
Breakfast, like not the breakfast burgers, but the burgers that have like the hash brown and the like egg on it.
Oh, the 2 a.m. burgers at Red Robin, basically. Yeah.
Oh, so good.
I just hear Houston giggling back there. My thoughts on Alan Moore? He's an old crotchety man who just needs to get over it. That's basically it.
How can you dislike pizza?
I don't know why she doesn't like pizza.
Rank the Bat Family, Flash Family, and the Green Lanterns.
That's families, because I can do that. Bat, Flash, Green Lantern.
Thank you for putting in order for him. Hey, Musab.
Sonic or Pepe? Sonic. Sonic the Hedgehog. They clipped that, by the way.
Oh, I saw.
You and me running around with the Sonic the Hedgehog thing playing on the Twitch. Twitch.tv/EligibleMonster, where if we missed your question, we will be there for the next 5 hours answering more questions. And trust me, a lot of Twitch streamers ignore you guys. We have 3 people playing the games, and 1 person at all times is feeding the questions. So you're good.
Ryan says also, Benny, Hawaiian pizza is trash.
I hate you, Ryan.
Ryan, you're my friend.
My favorite Warframe right now is Volt, because I made him look like the Flash, and then I put on the lightning, and I run around singing Sonic the Hedgehog.
Too bad there's not a like super recognizable.
Yeah, there's no
theme
Flash
song.
recognizable. It's just like the. Yeah, I'm doing Flight of the Bumblebee. Apparently.
Hassan asks Teen Titans versus Young Justice.
Teen Titans.
Big,
No Young Justice. Teen Justice.
Top 5 favorite heroes.
Green Lanterns, Flash, Batman, Spider-Man, Wolverine. I'm about as my favorites are about as generic and mainstream as you can
kidding.
get. If you want my obscure guys that I like the most, though, or like the what, because I like my mainstreams, and I'm not gonna lie, because I like having heroes that I can talk to people about and they know what I'm talking about. I like having like common ground with a lot of people, but I do have superheroes that are my top favorites that people don't always know about, like Iron Fist, Red Hood. I do follow a lot of these guys. Nightwing's a good one. Not your non-comic book fans don't get those though, but you can talk about Flash, Green Lantern, and Batman with just generic people.
Yeah.
Normies.
Trashy497, thank you for the $2. What would you want in a Red Hood movie?
Under the Red Hood. I would want Under the Red Hood as the initial one, that and done properly, not the cartoon version, the real Under the Red Hood,
Yeah.
with the new kidding Bloodhaven and everything.
That would be sweet.
I should do more Star Wars comics. They will be coming starting mid-November. We're going to be doing them until the end of December, unless you guys don't watch them at all, in which case Houston will be very sad because he's looking forward to doing Star Wars comics. Is that about right? He's nodding over there.
Did you play Shadow of War?
I have very, very little progress in it right now, but I am playing it. Natalie's almost platinumed the damn thing. If you want to talk to her about that, then join us on our Twitch stream, twitch.tv/eligible monster, where we answer a lot of questions, and Natalie occasionally joins us.
Oh my gosh.
Why do you find it so funny when I'm plugging? You know you want me to plug.
I know, it's just how you just slowly go from this is an unrelated topic into twitch.tv/eligible monster.
I've become a master of plugging.
You've gotten pretty good at it. Why the in the beginning of the Green Lantern oath? I don't know what that.
Yeah, I don't know what you're referencing there.
Houston, would you mind looking that up for us?
Since you make it clear that you're a Red Hood fan, do you have someone in mind that you'd like to play Jason Todd, since he's been teased a few times in the DCEU?
Oh yeah.
Houston wants me to pick him, but I'm actually going to pick one of the guys in Supernatural, not the one with the long hair. He played a voice of a superhero.
Oh, the main guy, Dean?
Dean! Whoever actually plays him.
would be
Jared
pretty good.
Peck. No, Jared's the other guy. I don't know Dean's name.
Dean.
Look up Dean in Supernatural. That guy. I think he played Red Hood in the cartoon.
There's no the.
Is there no?
I don't see one, at least on this wiki page.
Huh.
All the Green Lantern oaths.
Jensen Ackles. That's him.
Thank you, guys.
Benny Poutine versus Loader Tater Tots. Put your hands together, my friend. Superboy Prime.
Superboy Prime.
If you're asking where
Thanks,
he's at,
Bruce.
as far as we know, he's still in the source wall. There is a Super Son storyline coming out in which we're going to find out that apparently John turns into the worst evil ever, and a future Batman comes back in time to tell everyone. This happens in January. Dan and I looked it up because we didn't know what the hell it was, and they're not promoting this. And my theory is this is how they're going to bring Superboy Prime back into continuity. They're going to basically say John's going to turn into him. See, he did do the voice of Red Hood.
Oh,
Jason
nice.
Does it, yeah.
Well, that's even perfect. He's already been Red Hood. He knows the character.
Wouldn't he fit the role though?
Oh, he
Yeah.
totally would.
Yeah.
He would. He's got the look and everything too.
You know they wouldn't do that though. I mean,
Oh no, because logical and good choices. It's not their thing.
no. That's how we get Ezra Miller as the Flash, and you're like, what the fuck is that? No offense if he does a great job, but I'm holding back on enjoying that.
The OK Channel. Have you seen the Final Fantasy Kingsglaive movie?
That is confusing as hell, but yes, I have seen it. I don't understand how Final Fantasy 15 can make you play a prologue and then give you like a trailer for that movie and then keep the game going, and you're like, if you didn't watch the movie, you have no idea what the fudge is going on in this thing. And then you watch the movie and you're like, I still don't know what's going on in this thing. But it was cool, everything's fighting.
What was wrong with the animated Under the Red Hood? Or what didn't you like about it?
I felt like they condensed it too much. Instead of Red Hood building up like as a problem for Batman and Batman looking for a way to take care of it, they just kind of like rushed into the whole thing so that because it was a movie, so they had to condense it down. So I feel like we didn't get much. What I would love to build up to the End of the Red Hood is like we get 2 Batman movies and you hear about him in the background. Or you know how they normally have like the main villain and then a background villain? Make it the Red Hood, and Batman doesn't know who it is for the next 2 movies. And the 3rd movie is under the Red Hood. Now you've built up history that Jason Todd has died. We can reference that. We can reference the Red Hood's a problem. We can reference that there's a gang war. And then we get to the 3rd one, and you're like, oh, we've been building to this. That's what I would love.
Yeah, that would be good. Okay. Taskmaster and Deadpool versus Batman and Deathstroke.
Wait, what? Taskmaster, Deadpool, Batman, and Deathstroke.
Do you think the Green Lantern will be in the Justice League movie?
No. I want him to, but I don't think they'll do it. Especially now with their new direction of making every movie individual.
Yeah.
And then instead of building a universe, they build them all individually, like they should have been freaking doing, and then come together for the next movies. I don't think they're going to do that now.
Plus, he's too expensive to do.
Yeah. And the Walking Dead stories, guys, I did Negan. We've done them before. The problem is nobody watches them. Even sometimes, even if I like a comic book, and I always say we do the comic books that I enjoy, even if I like it, if it doesn't play by YouTube's rules, meaning watch time, viewers, comments, we can't do it because it damages the channel. That's why indie books are so sparse and they're kind of like spread out, because we got to risk them, and they're always a risk to the channel.
What's the worst story you have ever read in comics?
That I've ever read?
The absolute worst story.
Armageddon 2001. It's a story with this guy named Wave Rider.
Okay.
Yeah, they named the ship after him in Legends of Tomorrow.
Okay.
He goes back in time, and it's a giant crossover event. Okay.
Okay.
And basically the end of the world has happened to the DC universe.
Okay.
Okay. He goes back in time, and what he does is he touches superheroes, and he can see their future to see if they become this villain known as the Monarch. So you get to see almost like a Future's End kind of thing. You see what they're doing in the future. Did they go good? Did they go bad? Did they become did they become like the villain, Monarch? Mm-hmm. DC had this whole thing planned out to be this epic villain reveal, and it was building up really well, and it leaked. So the last second they changed it to Hawk from Hawk and Dove that no one cared about, and Monarch just got wiped away.
What was it? What was the leak?
I believe it. I forget now, but it's supposed to be like Ray Palmer or somebody like that.
Oh, that would have been perfect.
Who at the time was like a really prominent character in the comics, you know?
Oh man. Blake Russell, thanks for the $2. Benny with prep time equals constant Twitch plugs.
You know what else equals constant Twitch plugs? Twitch.tv/EligibleMonster, where you can find us playing Warframe after this, and we'll continue to answer all of your questions while we eat pizza, and you can even chat with Houston, our kid who lives in a box in the backyard.
I thought he lived under the stairs.
Oh yeah, he's our Harry Potter.
He is. He's got the glasses and everything. Later I'm going to give him the scar. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, Houston. Benny's going to do it.
Yeah, I will.
That I believe.
Why do we have 6 Green Lanterns of Earth? Where's Hal, Kyle, John, and Guy Gardner in continuity? They took all of them, and they're out in space doing space war opera stuff, and then they made the 2 new Green Lanterns, the one for Earth, so we still get Green Lanterns on Earth, but we still get the crazy out in space shit that Jeff Johns started up. I'm super okay with that.
All right, do you think Thanos is going to be killed? And if he does, who is going to kill him, Drax or any of the Avengers members? I'm assuming in the Infinity War movie.
I'm assuming no one. I'm assuming he's going to be set up to die by some other means, because I don't think Disney wants to have a killer on their hero roster with the current direction they're going.
Deadpool shows up. Just out of nowhere.
Yeah, because Fox is go with it. I've just if you notice that Disney doesn't let their heroes kill anyone.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah. Someone wants to marry you, just so you know.
Aw, thank you, Isabel.
I
accept.
Hope Natalie's
you just have to fight my wife for it.
Do you know where Shazam is in Rebirth?
No. They've implied the Rock of Eternity finally for DC Metal, so I'm hoping it gets mentioned or popped up, but no one knows yet. Jeff Johns has stated that he doesn't want certain characters to come up at the beginning. They want to ease into them all, giving you time to enjoy everything. That's why they had 30 books, now they have like 35. But the whole idea was to go in waves with DC Rebirth so that we wouldn't have 50 superheroes you're trying to follow day one, which they've admitted was a problem with New 52 when they came out with 52 books, because some of those are good, but if you were buying Batman, Superman action, you couldn't read those.
Yeah. Can Magneto lift or control Mjolnir?
That's a good question.
Has he ever done that? I feel like he's done that.
It's kind of like the theory. It's kind of like the whole thing of like if an elevator lifts the hammer, is the elevator worthy? You put it in an elevator and it goes up.
That would be hilarious.
I don't think he can, but I can't think of an incident where that happened.
Isn't that metal even magnetic?
Hey, that was the Pizza Houston. What?
It says what's gonna be here till like 12:30.
Oh yeah, they're super quick.
Yeah.
That's why they're awesome. There was a question earlier: Deadpool versus Cade 6.
Oh, Deadpool, because Cade 6 can't heal.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a robot. You can rebuild him, but...
Could you do a top 100 or top 50 comics at the end of every year? It's not bad.
That was like a lot of work, but I think it'd be fun to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe top 25.
Yeah, it's too short, though. If we're going to go in, we got to go in.
Go big or go home, guys. I keep looking up there thinking it's the camera, but it's
What
there.
was it?
Mark.
Ah, damn it, Mark. I wanted pizza.
All right, guys. Well, we do these for an hour when we do these, and we are going to have to be bringing this to a close. If we didn't get to your question, I do apologize. Like I said, we have, even now at the slow point, 650 people watching with 29 messages a minute. So it's really rough. But we are going to be on Twitch for the next 5 hours. So if you want to go down there, the link is down below. You can go right there. It will be me, Dan, and Houston. We will be answering the questions rapid fire. Keep them rolling while playing Warframe today. We would really appreciate it if you guys would come and join us over there. And we thank each and every one of you guys for joining us here. You don't have to go over there. We're not forcing it. But we do appreciate every single one of you. And thank you so much for joining us. Debatably, we may be doing another one of these tomorrow. Otherwise, you'll probably end up seeing Magneto lifted Thor's hammer and Ultimatum. That I gotta look into. Anyway, confirmed. I gotta look into that. Anyway, guys, please come over and join us. If we don't do it tomorrow, the next one we probably do will be like Saturday or Sunday. We normally do these in the weekend, but I'm trying something out by doing these a little more frequently. That's why they go unlisted afterwards, so we can do these, but we're not bothering people with a bunch of Q&A videos. So,
Yeah.
that's basically it, guys. We'll see you over on Twitch in about 2 or 3 minutes because I got to swap all the stream keys and stuff around. We appreciate it. Thank you all.
Yeah.
Please do another tomorrow. We may, Pete. We were debating it. We don't want to do too many so that everyone gets bored of them. But we haven't done these often enough that we may just do another one rapid fire. But you can always go over to the Twitch right now. Twitch.tv/EligibleMonster. Thank you, guys. And I will see you all later.
Hopefully see you in a few minutes.
Oh, real quick on the Did We Do Naruto? I've not watched it, but there is a guy in the Comicstorian channel that was watching it, but it had to get pulled down because it got a copyright strike. So Naruto and Boruto are no longer being covered. Damn. All right. So I'll see you guys over on the Twitch or tomorrow. Thank you.
Bye, guys.